Hello, people who are not me, and welcome back to more Metroid Fusion. I am Sire Goku. In this video, we're gonna finish up the rest of Sector 5. We've pretty much done everything we can do here, for now. All we need to do is go fight the Nightmare and and finish up this area. As usual, I am using power bombs because it's just faster that way. There's actually a power bomb hidden up here. See? One thing, I'm not trying to go for a 100%. If I find things, I find things. But this playthrough would be twice as long if I were trying to find every item in the game. But anyways, now that we're basically done with Sector 5, all we need to do is fight the boss. And the boss is going to be the Nightmare, which I mentioned in the previous video. They already mentioned it before we even started going through here, so I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything. But seriously, yeah, then you got, the Nightmare got super pissed or something, because he blew the crap out of this area. It didn't used to be this bad. But anyway, before going down, you're gonna want to bomb through. Yeah, that E-tank's a trap. Because if you try to go get the E-tank through there, boom, you're just gonna fall through and you're gonna miss out on it. But this is the Nightmare. Those of you that have played Other M may recognize this guy, except he's going to be twice as big. This is another one of those This is another one of those bosses that my first time through really was a huge challenge for me because I just couldn't get the hang of it. What you're seeing me do right now, he dips up and down and he shoots a whole bunch of lasers at you. And the only way to hit him is you have to hit that orb in the center there. After you hit him enough times, he's going to adjust the gravity. At this point, it's best to just stay underneath him and just spam the charge shot. That's another thing. Only the charge shot works on that form. After you take out that core in the center, then you can start attacking the face. And the easiest thing to do is just line up your shots and just keep blasting him in the face with missiles, and he'll go down fast. At this particular section, though, I was kind of in trouble because he will basically just corner you, and the fact that this is such a small room, it makes fighting him complicated. Especially if he's doing what you're watching right now, is where he corners you. But if you're lucky, what am I trying to say here? If you can lure him away from the wall, like I just did there, and just keep shooting him with missiles, he'll go down really fast. So while he does hit really hard and the small room makes him annoying to fight, you can actually take him out in one cycle if you get him lined up properly. And now just take out the Core X like usual. I remember the first time I fought this guy. I think I fought him like 6 times. One of the times I got to the Core X and I only had like 1 hit left. And he killed me, and I was really pissed, and I put down the game, and I don't think I played it again for another week. Yeah, I was really bad at this game when I first played it. But anyway, we beat him with relatively no problems, and we now have the nice purple gravity suit. Just like the gravity suit in Super Metroid, this lets you be able to walk normally underwater. So now we can actually use the speed booster to get through this section, because you actually do need to use the speed boost to break through that wall. So, and yeah, you can't go back up the other way because the doorway got blown up by the Nightmare, so just run. There we go. Simple enough. That's the last truly difficult boss, in my opinion, in the game. The rest of the game is smooth sailing from here. Normally, if I was doing a 100% run, I'd probably have twice as many energy tanks, but really, I think you really only need, like, if you're if you're pretty used to like how Super Metroid plays, you really only need like 9 or 10 energy tanks to survive this game. It's not too bad. They give you plenty of healing items. There are occasional bosses that might give you problems, but overall I don't find this game too difficult. Anyways, now that we've beaten this section, we once again have to just go back to a navigation room and, you know, let Adam know, hey, we got the gravity suit back. Even though apparently the Galactic Federation is doing their best to not give us our power-ups because, I don't know, screw Samus apparently. Now, unfortunately, yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can... I was a little confused there for a second, then I remembered, oh right, you can just kind of speed boost your way through there. And you can get those that power bomb upgrade, you just have to jump with the speed booster to break through that wall there. It's not as hard as it looks. In fact, I think yeah, I'm doing it right now. Boom! There we go. And now we're back here again, and we can actually explore the rest of this underwater area because we can actually, you know, move. We're not moving 2 miles an hour underwater. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have much to say at this point here. We've already seen this sector, so I'm trying to think of something to talk about. At this point, at the point of this commentary, I've already finished recording this entire game. I just have to do the commentary for it. Because I've determined that well, you can make the argument of, but I do better at doing commentary post rather than live. I don't know, maybe that's just... I know I'm not the only one that does post commentary for for Let's Plays. I mean, a lot of people do that. I think it's just... I've learned that it's easier for me to actually assess what I've done after I've recorded it. And that gives me a better idea of what to talk about. Although right here, I'm not exactly remembering what it is. Oh, I remember. I'm doing my normal shtick of power bomb every single room you go into to see if you can't find some extra stuff. It's just the way that I play this game. Maybe I'm wasting my power bombs. I don't know, but I'd like to just look and see if I can find something. If I can't, I can't. It's not like I can't get more power bombs. Besides, they just dominate everything. Anyway, I'm going on a constant rant on how much I love power bombs in this game. I've been saying that a lot. And like right here, I'm a little indecisive of which way that I want to go. Like, do I go left or do I go right? And there's like so many other places I can go. Pretty much the only weapon we're missing now is the screw attack. Other than that, we can pretty much get everything in the game now. At spoiler warning, we're actually going up... This area actually connects to where we get the screw attack, which is weird. Like, I know it's a handheld game, but it feels like the last 3 areas are just like back to back to back, and you don't even have time to assess what you've done. It's like Nintendo just decided, let's just get it over with, you know? Maybe I'm wrong. There we go. Oh yeah, and this is a little maze section. Like, well, it's supposed to be a maze, but you can actually cheat your way through this maze pretty easily with, you guessed it, just using a power bomb. In fact, I think I'm about to do that in a few seconds here. We still can't open red doors. I need to actually get the switch that lets you open red doors. And I completely forgot that this room has nothing but red doors in it, so that was my bad. I would make up some lame excuse of like, no, I'm exploring. No, I legit forgot that these were just red doors that I couldn't open at the time. And I realize I'm using up a lot of my power bombs, but I would rather just not have to guess which floors are breakable, just destroy it all. But there, see, now that you use the power bomb, you can see much better of which way you're supposed to go. Since, like I said before, without using something like the what was it, the X-ray scope in Super Metroid, you can't tell what floors are bombable and what floors aren't. So the fastest way to solve that issue is to just power bomb every single door that you go in. And see, since I did power bomb there, you saw it reveals that bombable floor, which is like, hey, if that floor is breakable, how do I get over there? That gives me and that gives you the idea to check for invisible walls. And there we go. Now we can finally open red doors. Now all the security doors are open. Hooray! Now we don't have anything blocking us from exploring the rest of the game. Galactic Federation's not gonna like it, but screw the Galactic Federation. There's, you know, stuff going on. There's evil stuff going on in this research station. See, people say that Samus is just bad luck towards, you know, planets or anything, like everything she walks into just explodes. No, I think the reason why Samus blows everything up is that it just is the solution to all her life's problems. Like, there's a whole bunch of aliens on this planet, what do? I don't want to have to deal with like 7,000 aliens. I know, I'll just blow the planet up, then nobody has to deal with it. Oh, there's a bunch of monsters on this space station? Well, guess I gotta nuke the space station, otherwise they're gonna go onto a planet and, you know, start being pirates and all that. See, she's not evil, she's just like, you know, the fastest way to deal with it is to just not deal with it at all. Just blow it up and be like, not my problem. That would work. And this part I'm a little confused. I'm like, oh right, I kind of need to speed boost through that wall. That's kind of how I got in here in the first place. Oops. I am really reckless with my power bombs. I'm already down to 6. As far as I know, the only way to really refill on power bombs is to find a recharge station. I don't know why you can get X-parasites that refill your missiles, but you can't get an X-parasite that refills your bombs. There we go. Now that I'm actually progressing, I can finally have more things to talk about. Hooray! I don't think this was completely intentional, but this place does kind of remind me of Meridia from Super Metroid. Maybe that was the point. Maybe the whole BSL station is supposed to be a huge homage to Super Metroid. It wouldn't surprise me, considering this is a direct sequel to Super Metroid, but this place really does remind me of Meridia from Super Metroid. Not just because it's the water area, not just because it's the water dungeon. I think it's just structured the same way as Meridia, minus the whole sinking sand thing. Seriously, that part of Meridia can go die in a fire. I know it's underwater, but still, I'll find a way to burn it with fire. Again, with those weird wall things there, if anybody watching this can explain to me how you get rid of those freaking purple walls there, please tell me, because I honestly have no idea how to do it. I mean, you can freeze it with the diffusion missile, but it doesn't do anything, it just freezes it. I don't know how you're supposed to get to the other side of it. Maybe you're not supposed to be able to destroy it and you just have to find a way around it, but I don't know how to do that. And rather than sit there and shoot 140 missiles into a wall that's not going to open, I mean, I could look it up myself, but I'm lazy, so I'm not going to do that. Jeez. Well, I kind of need to. And I'm being stupid. I should be going back to a navigation room and just progressing with plot. But for some reason, I'm sitting here trying to explore Sector 4 and not doing a very good job of it. Jeez. I gotta honestly admit that I don't know, for this particular game, I know it well enough that I didn't feel the need to do a practice run of it before I recorded. But maybe I should have done a practice run, I don't know. Now I'm getting the idea of it. You are supposed to go through this way, and originally you weren't able to go this way, but now that you have the diffusion missiles, you can go through it. So I'm sitting there checking the map going, I know I have to go this way, and then just wasn't clicking in my head of use the diffusion missiles. Use the diffusion missile. And I finally got to the idea of it, and I'm like, oh, right. But then you can't really do anything about it. There we go. See, if you freeze it... That surprised me. I didn't think I could just walk through it after I froze it. I thought I had to morph ball and jump over it, but... Yeah, now I'm actually progressing. There's a couple of different areas you can still go to in here. And there, you see, like this hallway here, you can clearly see that there's a missile expansion on the other side of that wall, but I don't know how to break through those things. But I'm like, it's just a missile expansion. I don't need it. I have enough missiles to last me the rest of the game. So I'm not too concerned about it. And I spent a little too much time trying to figure that out, so I just cut ahead and be like, yep, screw it. I mean, I know there's a data room there, and that is the way you're supposed to go. But that, well, yeah, you need to get there, but you have to use the speed booster to get there. And that's why I thought I had to get rid of that wall, because I thought I had to speed boost from the other side of that wall. But no, you just speed boost, and there you go. I like this music. Like most Metroid music, it's very atmospheric, and it's nice. Also, I don't get what the point of having these guys is here for. I have the space jump. I don't need to worry about making ice. Maybe I was supposed to come here before I got the space jump, but that's impossible. So I can tell that what they were wanting to do there is have you use the diffusion missiles and make ice platforms out of those floating guys. But I have the space jump. What's the point? Anyway, now we can finally get over here. This is the normal way of getting to this data room. Once I got the diffusion... No, here's the diffusion missiles. I'm sorry. I was just thinking the ice missiles in general. Now you have the diffusion missiles. Sorry for that. But now that we have the diffusion missiles... we can go on to the next sector. But that'll be for part 14. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.